And they all said, amen. Hey, that was a stretch too. Just getting all those wires up there, that could be the hardest thing. To rearrange those wires and get those wires routed around exactly just right, push the canopy up, to have the canopy cover the wires, and so the wires don't come down below the bottom edge of the canopy on top of the knuckle, and push that up, put the screws up in there, hold your mouth just right, all of that, you know. And so there you go. Now, every handheld remote is slightly different. This one does not have a reverse. Remember I said that they'll probably have a reverse on this thing? This one does not have a reverse, and I looked at the directions, and and on this particular one, you can't see it or anything, but I'd have to get up on the ladder, shut this off, and then there's a little paddle switch up there, and if you want it to turn the opposite direction for winter, you have to get up there on the ladder, turn it, and then do it. They don't have it on here. Isn't that something? And maybe it's because they have a 1 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour setting. And the thing I kind of liked, they had 3 settings for the actual light. This is the yellow light. And then they have kind of like the bright white. And then they have a different bright white, which one of those is considered daylight. You know, when you go to the hardware store, you get the different color bulbs. And then it goes back. And then you've got another button here to dim it. You got another button here if you don't want it on, off. And then here's your remote to go faster. You press here, slower to go over there. And so I can do whatever I want. See, now it's going fast. Can you hear it? Look how fast that's going. Okay. Oh man, I can feel the breeze from over here. I'm standing by the door. Okay. And there you go. And you see, I'm glad I had Momi come in here, because she didn't really like where I suggested putting the little bracket. I was going to put it over there, but she wanted it above the light switch. That's fine too. When somebody comes around from the hallway to get in here, they're going to fish for the light switch maybe here, and they're probably not going to reach up this high for the light and think, oh, hey, what's this? And they're going to feel down here. For that reason alone, I would have put this down over here. But hey, it is what it is. She wanted it there, so there you go. I put it there. All right, so that finishes up this project. Hey, this took me a while, and I'm hoping that you spent the time and effort and patience to watch this entire video series and the video series before this. I may include those all together in a bundle sometime if you want to watch the entire thing, because you will, trust me, you will learn a lot how to get this installed. And this now is only controlled by the handheld remote. This light switch here from before is for the lights by the bed. Okay, no light switch for the power for the ceiling fan, no light switch for the light kit on the ceiling fan, all controlled by this little handheld remote right there. Okay, and I changed the code on there, and I changed the code up there before I installed that and all that. So there you go. I think we've done it by Joe. I almost forgot one more thing. Do you remember? Okay, I never reset the smoke alarm. Okay, and I don't have much light in here, man. I probably, I'm gonna turn you off and set up the construction light. Be right back. Okay, I got my construction light on. You'll just have to, you'll get it. Okay, and so now I've got to reset the smoke alarm, and because I had it turned off, remember I said all you got to do is press a button. I'm going to press this button up here and let go. See, the other ones in the other rooms went off. I could hear those, and at the last it chirped. It went pop. And so now I know my smoke alarms are reset. Every time you shut your power off to a smoke alarm, you've got it. When you turn the power back on, you have to press that reset button. Okay? That's if you're getting ready to replace your smoke alarms, or if for some reason this I did not have to replace the smoke alarm. Remember, I used that as a junction box for the ceiling fan, for the power. Then I had to re-hook up the ceiling or the smoke alarm. And after I turned it on, I didn't reset it because I wanted to turn the breaker back off until I got done hooking up all the wiring and everything for the ceiling fan. Then you got to remember to reset your smoke alarms, okay? Mission accomplished. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos, and I hope you liked that video series of me installing the ceiling fan. It took a while to do, and if you're just a DIY beginner, I think you still can do it if you watch my videos and follow them step by step. If I can do it, an average Joe, I'm sure you can do it too. Okay? See you next time.